After 60, muscle loss doesn't happen all at once. It happens silently. One morning you struggle to open a jar. A few months later, climbing stairs feels harder. Then suddenly, your balance feels unstable, your legs feel weaker, and your body no longer moves the way it used to. But here's the frightening part. Most seniors think this is normal aging. It's not. In many cases, your muscles are literally starving for the right signals to survive. And tonight, while millions of older adults waste money on expensive protein powders and so-called senior supplements, there are 3 ordinary cheeses sitting in grocery stores that may help activate muscle repair naturally after 60. One of them may even help slow the dangerous overnight muscle breakdown that happens while you sleep. Yes, cheese. Not pills, not fake health drinks, not trendy supplements. Real food.
And according to emerging research, these specific cheeses contain powerful muscle-supporting proteins and amino acids that aging muscles desperately need. But here's the shocking mistake almost everyone makes. They eat them at the wrong time, in portions too small to matter, and completely miss the muscle protective effect. And by the end of this video, I'll reveal which cheese may be the most powerful for preserving strength, mobility, and independence after 60. Because what your muscles lose overnight could be aging your entire body faster than you realize. I'm Dr. Richard Vance, and today we're counting down the top 3 cheeses that may help seniors fight muscle loss naturally and stay stronger longer. And trust me, the number 1 cheese surprises almost everyone. Before we begin, tell me in the comments below, have you noticed weakness, slower walking, or difficulty standing up after 60?
And if you care about staying independent, protecting your muscles, and aging with strength, subscribe now, because the information we share here may genuinely help you protect your future health. Now let's begin with a cheese most people completely underestimate. Number 3, Parmesan cheese. Most people think Parmesan is just a topping, a little sprinkle on pasta, something added for flavor. But biologically, Parmesan may be one of the most concentrated muscle support foods hiding in plain sight. And after 60, this becomes extremely important. Because one of the biggest reasons older adults lose muscle is something called anabolic resistance. That sounds complicated, but here's what it really means. Your muscles stop responding to protein the way they did when you were younger. In your 30s, your body could build muscle from relatively small amounts of protein, but after 60, aging muscles become stubborn. They require a much stronger signal to repair and rebuild. And one of the strongest signals is an amino acid called leucine. Leucine works like a biological switch. When enough leucine reaches your muscles, it activates muscle protein synthesis, essentially turning on your body's muscle repair machinery. And Parmesan cheese is naturally rich in it. Because Parmesan is aged for long periods, its proteins become highly concentrated. That means even small servings may deliver surprisingly powerful muscle support signals. But that's only part of the story. As we age, digestion changes too. Many older adults experience bloating or discomfort from dairy products, but aged Parmesan contains very little lactose, because the aging process naturally breaks much of it down. That means many seniors who struggle with milk can still tolerate Parmesan comfortably. And there's another hidden benefit. Parmesan is rich in calcium and phosphorus. These minerals don't just support bones. They help muscles contract properly too. Because weak muscles and weak bones often happen together after 60. And that combination dramatically increases the risk of frailty and falls. This is why muscle health is about far more than appearance. It's about protecting the entire support system that keeps you mobile and independent. Now, here's how to use Parmesan strategically. Instead of pouring large amounts over heavy pasta meals, try adding smaller portions to high-protein foods. For example, eggs, beans, lentils, chicken, vegetable soups. Even 2 or 3 tablespoons may help increase the leucine content of a meal significantly. And timing matters. One of the best times to eat Parmesan is after physical activity. Even light movement, walking, gardening, climbing stairs, temporarily makes muscles more responsive to protein. This is where many older adults make a major mistake. They move their bodies, but never provide the nutrients needed for repair afterward. And slowly, the body begins shrinking muscle tissue itself. Now, an important warning: Parmesan can be high in sodium, so if you have kidney disease, severe hypertension, or fluid retention, speak with your healthcare provider about proper intake. And try to avoid cheap, powdered Parmesan products. Many contain fillers and anti-caking additives. Look for authentic, aged Parmesan whenever possible. But the next cheese on this list may be even more important, because it targets one of the most dangerous muscle loss periods nobody talks about: the nighttime hours. Number 2. Cottage cheese. Here's what many seniors never realize. Your muscles are not resting while you sleep. In fact, after 60, nighttime may become one of the most aggressive periods of muscle breakdown in the entire day. Because while you sleep, your body enters a fasting state. And if there are not enough amino acids circulating in your bloodstream, your body may begin pulling protein directly from your muscles. Night after night, month after month, year after year. This is one reason many older adults wake up feeling weaker, slower, and more fatigued even when they believe they're eating enough food. And this is exactly where cottage cheese becomes incredibly powerful. Because cottage cheese contains a protein called casein. Unlike whey protein, which digests quickly, casein digests very slowly. Think of it like an overnight protein drip. Instead of flooding your bloodstream all at once, it steadily releases amino acids for several hours while you sleep. And that matters enormously for aging muscles, because older muscles struggle to stay in a muscle-building state for long periods. But sustained amino acid delivery may help reduce overnight muscle breakdown and support muscle repair during sleep. This is where the science becomes fascinating. Researchers have found that consuming casein-rich protein before bed may support overnight recovery and improve muscle protein synthesis in older adults. In simple terms, your body may spend less time stealing protein from your muscles while you sleep. And there's another reason cottage cheese works so well. It's rich and complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids your body needs for muscle repair. But this is where many seniors accidentally cancel out the benefits. They buy sugary-flavored versions, low-protein versions, or they eat portions too small to trigger meaningful muscle support. After 60, muscles usually need a stronger protein signal. That means a few spoonfuls often won't be enough. For many older adults, roughly 1 cup before bed may be a more effective amount depending on overall diet and medical conditions. And here's a smarter strategy. Add cinnamon and berries instead of sugary syrups or processed granola. Why? Because muscle health is deeply connected to blood sugar control.
Muscle tissue is actually one of the body's largest glucose storage systems. The less muscle you have, the harder it becomes to regulate blood sugar effectively. That may increase inflammation, and chronic inflammation can further accelerate muscle loss. This creates a dangerous cycle: less muscle, poorer blood sugar control, more inflammation, even weaker muscles. And this cycle often speeds up dramatically after 60. Now, one caution. Some cottage cheese brands contain extremely high sodium levels, so always check labels carefully. And if you're lactose sensitive, lactose-free versions are widely available. But now we arrive at the number one cheese. And this one may be the closest thing to a natural anabolic food most seniors completely overlook. Because it doesn't just feed muscles, it may help reactivate them. Number 1. Ricotta cheese. Ricotta may look soft and harmless, but inside the body, it behaves very differently. Because ricotta is naturally rich in whey proteins, one of the fastest and most biologically active protein sources for muscle repair, and after 60, speed matters. Here's why. As we age, muscle cells become less responsive to protein signals. That means the body often needs a rapid surge of amino acids to fully activate muscle protein synthesis, and ricotta delivers exactly that. Unlike the slow overnight release from cottage cheese, ricotta acts quickly. It rapidly floods the bloodstream with amino acids, especially branched-chain amino acids like leucine. And leucine is the trigger. It sends a message to aging muscles: repair now, rebuild now, do not break down. But the real reason ricotta is so impressive goes even deeper. Ricotta also contains compounds that may help reduce oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is essentially cellular wear and tear. And after 60, oxidative stress becomes one of the hidden forces accelerating muscle aging. This matters more than most people realize, because sarcopenia is not simply about losing muscle size. It's also about inflammation damaging muscle fibers, weakening mitochondria, the tiny energy factories inside your cells, and slowing the body's repair systems. That's one reason many older adults feel exhausted more easily. Their muscles are literally producing energy less efficiently. And this is where ricotta becomes uniquely valuable. Not because it's magic, but because it provides rapidly available protein in a form many seniors digest easily, especially after movement. And this is critical. One of the best times to eat ricotta is after activity. Not intense workouts, even simple movement, walking, gardening, chair exercises, resistance bands, climbing stairs, because movement temporarily sensitizes muscles to nutrients. And when ricotta is eaten afterward, the body may use those amino acids far more effectively. Here's a simple strategy. Add ricotta to eggs. Spread it on whole grain toast. Blend it into smoothies with berries and nuts. Or pair it with vegetables and olive oil. The key is consistency, not perfection. Because muscle loss after 60 usually happens gradually, and rebuilding strength also happens gradually. But small improvements repeated every day can dramatically change someone's future health and independence. And this is where many people misunderstand aging. They assume weakness is inevitable. But in many cases, the body is simply undernourished, understimulated, and losing the biological signals required to maintain muscle tissue. Now, I need to say something very important. Cheese alone is not enough. No food can fully protect muscles if the body never uses them. You do not need bodybuilding workouts, but you do need movement. Because muscles operate on a very simple rule: use them or lose them. And this becomes brutally true after 60. Even 10 to 20 minutes of resistance activity several times per week may help preserve muscle when combined with adequate protein. Chair squats, wall push-ups, resistance bands, light dumbbells, walking stairs. These simple activities send your body a survival signal, a reason to keep muscle alive. And when movement is combined with strategic protein intake from foods like parmesan, cottage cheese, and ricotta, the effects may become dramatically more powerful. So let's quickly recap. Parmesan helps provide concentrated leucine that activates muscle-building pathways. Cottage cheese supports overnight muscle repair with slow-digesting casein protein. And ricotta delivers fast-acting whey proteins that may help aging muscles recover and rebuild more efficiently. But the deeper message here is this: muscle loss is not just cosmetic. It affects balance, blood sugar,
Energy, mobility, independence, and even lifespan. Your body after 60 is still responding to signals every single day. The question is, are you giving it the right ones? Now I want to hear from you. Which of these 3 cheeses do you already eat? And have you noticed weakness, slower walking speed, or difficulty standing up in recent years? Share your experience in the comments below, because your story may help someone else realize they are not alone. And if this video helped you understand what's really happening to aging muscles, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Because healthy aging is not about chasing youth. It's about protecting strength, protecting independence, and giving your body the support it desperately needs before frailty takes over. I'm Dr. Richard Vance. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.